All right. Good morning, traders. Good morning. Good morning. You should see my screen, hear my voice, be able to talk to me, talk to each other. We're going to give it just a half a second and then dive right in. All right. Officially, welcome to the Options Income Launchpad Tuesday opening bell. My name is Scott. As always, what we do is for education and illustrative purposes only, nothing intended as a recommendation to buy or sell any security or financial product. We're not brokers or advisors. Um, Nothing we do or say should be considered or construed as personalized investment advice. Any decisions made should be done so at your own risk. Good morning, Tom C. Good morning to you, Kent. Good morning, Simone. Good morning, Don. All right. Well, let's go talk about it. Let's go talk about it. We had a discussion on Google. We had a discussion on Google and we ended up putting the alert out late in the day. And someone's like, "Well, didn't get the alert." So if it comes out late in the day, meaning not in time to act, you're just looking at it for the next day. It's the same basic thing. Same basic alert. You're just considering it. So anyway, however, knowing that we had discussed that trade already, my expectation would be a lot of people were, if they were gonna take it, already took it. Is that true or false? I don't want to make assumptions, but I want to think, okay, when we put trades out like that and you're there, I think a lot of times someone's like, by the time I send it out, people are like, oh yeah, I took it already. So I think it's an interest. The way we do alerts, I think, is different than a lot of services because it's not like you just are like waiting for the man behind the curtain to, type in the combination, doo, 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 and then we like to talk about where's this trade coming from? I think that's a I think that's an important part of the learning process, personally. Um, to talk about the group and to talk about maybe you were involved in finding it because you attended the search session and you were like, "Ooh, I was there when we talked about finding this and we discussed why we like it. What's the quality of that stock that makes it attractive to us? Is it the trend? Is it the liquidity? Is it both? Is it, well, and then we put it on our list and we start watching it and talking about it and we watch it set up and we're like, ooh, this is getting close. This is getting closer. And then the day it comes, we're watching it and we're like, early in the morning we might, but as it gets to, we're discussing what the trigger would be. Excuse me, what the range of validity for the trigger, where would we maybe put a stop? What kind of, anyways, I feel like that makes you a part of it. You're a part of that trade, not just somebody on the other end of a. That's the intention. If anyone was curious, that's the intention. Hopefully, it comes off that way, and if not, and you have an idea, of how it could better become that, let me know for sure. But it's there even now, it's like, okay, look, it's a red candle above yesterday's close, below yesterday's high. It's right in this vein. The opportunity's there if someone decides, yeah, you know what, I like how this looks. Okay, Google. Um, took it, took it now. Already took it. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Let's pop into the spine. Just kind of see what we think there. Okay, so same thing. What have we been discussing? We've been discussing that we have a positive market posture between 4.25 and 5, between our group score and the Oracle score. Uh, we just had a new high. Then it pulled back. Stochastics did what we expect stochastics to do in a pullback. Now we're potentially hitting support and potentially turning. It's not much of a candle yet. We're 9 minutes into the day. I don't know what our expectations are. It's a bullish candle. It's a bullish turn down here. So things are looking pretty good, as it were. Let's take a look at the VIX. We're looking for something specific there too. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's go take a look. Uh, mhm. Yeah. So here's what's interesting. Friday's candle. Friday's candle. I mean, sorry. Monday's candle. Yesterday's candle was part of still kind of hitting this thing. And oftentimes we're like, it just needs to get below the prior days. I'd probably prefer to get a little further still. Not much, but we're in a pretty good place to be thinking to ourselves that we have formally hit a high and are bouncing down. Now, if we're bouncing down from a high of 16 and this market makes a bullish move, then 14, 13, certainly in the realm. Oh, we would love that. We would love that. That would open up some new opportunities. The the hallowed calendar spread trade that I love. A lot of potential there. We'll probably put some of those on and go through that strategy as we see the volatility hit those types of lows. But remember, this for me is one of the most bullish aspects of the overall market. We're we're well down from the last time we spiked, and the last time we spiked, we basically went up towards 20. That's not much of a spike. For the second time, spike up 20, pull back down. Spike up 20, come on back down. Spike up 16. We're not even going to put the word spike on it. Pop, pop up, right? Good morning to you, Vladimir. Good morning, David. Good to see you guys. I missed people earlier. Good morning, Tony Z and Doug. Good morning, Bob C and Charles and Janie. Good morning. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Today's news is, I was like, wait, okay, let's see. So we're pretty good. 0.35 S&P, 0.17 Dow, zero point 0.7 NASDAQ. Russell is definitely positive, not negative. Let's see. Dick's Sporting Goods tanks. We have one of those near us, and I think to myself, it always feels so empty in there. It's just like it's a big store. There's just not a lot of shoppers. So that's not surprising to me. Um, do. Software is crushing chips by a record margin. Uh, ooh, NVIDIA employee charged with smuggling advanced chips into China. Crazy. Okay. I don't see much in there. The news on the economic front today, some new home sales and a consumer confidence report. Tomorrow's the big day. Good morning, James. Good to see you. Tomorrow is the big day when we have the second report. We still expect the same number. So this actually isn't going to be much, but we have GDP, we have income and spending, and then we have, and I used to say the Fed's favored, but I don't know if it's the Fed's favored anymore. Now it's just another inflationary report. I actually was thinking to myself, why not just take a composite of the three core readings? You have CPI, PPI, and PCE. And you could do like hey, we think this is a little, like you could weight it a little more one way or the other, but essentially you're just like, let's just average those weighted according to what we have established as the priority. And that's what we consider quote unquote inflation. Would you guys support that? Um, that's what I think. Okay. Um, but what are we expecting? I think it looks pretty timid. Not too much. Not too much. So let's go see um what it looks like. Uh, let's see. Oil. We've been watching this. Let's just go take a quick peek. Whoops, at it. Um, Abolish the Fed. Let them. Okay, I like it. Nothing wrong with that. Good morning, Victor. Okay, America. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Um, American. No, sorry. I thought I had put in oil. Losing access. There we go. Light sweet crude. Crude is down 3%, and American is up. Okay, so a little bit of a pop there. Um, let's see. Apple. So Apple is one that some may still be in this trade. It popped, paused, and is now sort of on a hiccup, but the hiccup is at a higher level. We never even came back down to the support level. So when I see a hiccup that doesn't drop, I feel okay about it. Let's see. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, let's see. ADM. No. Ooh, it's funny that I actually put Archer Daniels on the list this week. And man, it fell apart. AMAT. Okay, let me ask you this. Who is trading or interested in trading? Take it off the list. Well, actually, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. I'm into that. Yes, let's do a little purge. Archer Daniels is gone. It just when you look at it, you're like, what are we watching that for? Good call. Good call. So when you look through some of these, like AMAT, Nvidia, Oklo dropped through, ASX. I'm definitely looking at ASX today. You can see there's a similar quality amongst them. WDC, let's see, SNDK, where the ones that are doing stronger are They've broken out of this downward consolidation, made a new high, pulling back. There's different varieties across the board. Um, you guys know I'm an ASX fan. We've had a couple of trades in there. Um, Even the last one snuck a little gain out, squoze it out, even though it was a battle. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Another one. Whoops. Nope, not that. Not that window. Uh, let's see. This is one. Amatech. I want to get to a 6 month chart. It's got a nice looking turn. Today's candle is down from the high, but interesting. Okay. Whew, I think we have a few things to look at today. Amazon. Amazon. I would say no, not to applied materials yet. Amazon's a consideration. ASX, I think, is a consideration. BAC, not yet. Bank of Nova Scotia, well, that's earnings oriented. Earnings oriented. Here is City. I'm on the fence with those. Financials, I'm going to keep an eye on them. Um, let's see. The Cheesecake Factory was an interesting one. I was looking to see if it would come back down, and now that it's just sort of slowing here, um, let me see. CrowdStrike earnings. Otherwise, I would have added this one to the list too. So cake is maybe. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you. Cake is one that I would actually think we have a Heiken Ashi going in here, but it's not accelerating. So I'm gonna be a hold back on that. Wait for earnings on crowd. Cisco. Um, I don't know. We gapped on earnings. Now that it's under this, it's not enough for me. That's one of the call outs. I might even kick this from the list now. Yeah, as I say it, I'm kicking it. As you look now, think back, look what it's done. It's just sort of been like meandering around, not doing much of anything. I proposed it, Charles seconded. It's gone. Oh, come on, clear the drawings. There we go. Cisco's gone. CSX. Come on, CSX. At this point, if I close it, it's really not bad. Because it's kind of pushed up a little bit, even though it's taken some time. I don't love it. I'm gonna have a tight stop, but I am gonna see if it can move here. If you have any CSX left, let me know how much or like what piece of the trade it is. Um, and we will discuss it. CTAS? No. Delta? No. The diamonds look okay. Still have two art. Okay. Yep. I still have a piece as well. Um, Elf Cosmetics. Boy, I'll tell you what, that ended up making the move. This is deceiving. I liked the candle, but it was still kind of a pinch, not a turn. If you were willing to go a little anticipatory, that would have been a great entry. The problem is that was a new one for us. It was a new one. In hindsight, now you're like, yes, that was the move we were looking for as this thing makes this climb. Way too late, of course, now. Thought process would be something like this is the next trade. But okay, you learn about it. GE, nothing there. Gold, metals look good, but it's a little bit overextended. GM, like as I said, if you were one that I stopped out of GM, it's still a little better than my stop out. My stop out was back here when it broke support. Um, and then it recovered. And now it's just kind of meandering. And that's what happens. If you happen to hold on, um, if you happen to hold on, this is where you can kind of get pulled into like now what? Do I stay with it or do I not? Um, etc. All right. Google just kind of stuck as it's trying to get started. Goldman, HPQ earnings are tomorrow. Small caps are flat. J&J flat. Ooh, I don't know that this really got the breakout. It's still kind of stuck in this big consolidation triangle. I'm kicking it. We're not going to wait for that to break out. Yeah, Charles, love it. LRCX is a maybe. It's setting up. There's some potential there. Uh, Lunar is. Oh, we were kind of talking about a setup here. It hasn't disappeared. But where it was a mild little pullback, we've had 2 more days of selling. Now we're like, well, it's a little more than mild. It hasn't done enough to not think it's still viable. Let's walk through these real quick together. So here's Lunar. Here is Rocket Lab. Same kind of a thing. Here is SpaceX. Mm. Well, I'll tell you what, SpaceX has less history, but this is showing a lot more oomph. If you were going to trade one, this one looks the best. 100% agree, Charles. 100%. That's the best. You can see the quality of it. Trying to hold, couldn't hold. Never even thought about it. Just slipping on down. SpaceX tried holding, tried. Now it's trying to turn. It hasn't completed the turn. The stochastics is turning, but it hasn't completed the turn just yet. Close. And if one existed, that's the one. For me. Met. Ooh, so Met looked good. If you took Met, I'd be like, uh-huh. And today it's like, ooh, little hiccup. You're not wrong. You're not right today. So patience prevails. Meta, no. Monster. Oh, Monster kind of made a little move. Marvell. Earnings in a couple of days. Morgan. Yeah, Morgan's kind of dying on the vine to some extent. Microsoft is stabilized and is starting to turn. This could certainly be one where you think, hey, this thing might accelerate, get to a new high, 520, 530, 540. And if so, certainly you could build a trade around that. Micron, no. Netflix, Nokia. Um, let's see. Where were we? Nokia. Yeah, Nokia's not. I'm thinking about Nokia. Not. I mean, today's kind of interesting. Nvidia earnings tomorrow could impact a lot. They'll close down below that line. I'm going to get rid of that. We were just kind of playing with that one. I don't really think that's what's happening. If there were one of those that I was thinking that for, it's still here. But even on this one, you can see we're losing the momentum. If I go look at the Qs, the Qs is losing its momentum. What happened? We established our opening range and then broke it. Uh, even including the even including the shadow. We'll see what happens if the buyers can try to recover. If they don't, we're obviously not going to look to establish new trades into the closing of this gap. Um, Rocket Lab. Oh no, I wanted to go to the SPY. SPY. Whoops. Very same thing. We Here we were still like maybe, and then we broke it, broke it, broke it. Um, okay. Let me pull out of here. You. Okay, let's take a quick peek. Thank you, Doug. Too many U's. Okay. Let's see. It broke out and then it's just kind of sideways. I mean, if it were to consolidate, I would say yes. David, I think gold is looking much better these days than it was for a while. Um, it's had bullish runs, and then we're possibly looking into a consolidation there. Okay, let's see. Where were we? We were TD. TD looks okay. Um, but I don't love earnings only that far away. Lot, kind of an interesting little window of earnings we're at right now, actually. Target is finally coming back down to earth. I think that there is something. T Rowe Price sideways. I'm going to get rid of this one. This is not worth watching any longer. Tesla has been doing much better. Okay. TSM coming down. Unilever. That one was sneaky. As I said, this ADR is what this is. This is an American Depository Receipt. I think it's a British company. I don't know, maybe not. But sometimes ADRs just have funky behaviors. Just it lulls you to sleep. You have this little thing going on. Charles is feeling like cutting the fat. He says kick it. I say how high? No, I kicked it. UPS, it's gone. I agree. Kick it. Lean this list up. I love it. He's not wrong. It's a great mentality. It's exactly what we should be doing. UPS. I'm gonna kick UPS. We've been watching it. It's not been doing much. Let's kick it. Viking Cruises. Let's kick it. It's gotten beat up. WDC. WDC is one of the more affordable of these memory stocks. If things start to go, I think we'll want to have this to watch. I'm going to keep this one around. We're not going to just, we're not going to chop just for the sake of chopping. all right. All right. Walmart is really struggling after earnings. Yeah. Yeah, definitely struggle. Okay, let's see. Let's go through the X's and then I'm going to go back up and let's. We're a little bit off now, but mm, I do want to explore maybe this a little bit. A little exploration, possibly. Yeah, let's go through the XLs for a second and see where that puts us. Check Intel. Ah, yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's take a look at Intel. I agree. It hasn't come all the way back down, but it did. So it did get out. It did get out. I'd say about here. And it had just this little hiccup. So I'm going to put all this as one. And then you can see we've moved into the sellers. Now, the sellers did not push it all the way back down. They've gotten it to about here. And it's oversold, but it hasn't turned. This is what we need now. If you're watching Intel, I would say that's to me the next step. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Did I mention BAC? Yes, we talked about BAC. Let's go. Let's go back through a few things now. Oops. BAC. No, BAC. It's still in a viable setup, Tom. I like it's nothing has changed with the setup. And if it were to, let's see, I would still put it at, no, that's way too much, Scott. Further, yeah. This high, 62.52. Yesterday it couldn't hold that and it fell back down. Today it couldn't hold it, it fell back down. Oh, I would say um earnings. No, we don't have earnings, we have a dividend. But the earnings were back here on July 14th. Out here, we just have a known 32-cent dividend It's known, it's already priced into the options, most likely. I mean, not most likely, it is. Um, so that's already priced in. Um, yeah, I would actually say that this definitely still looks good, actually. It just doesn't look signaled. It's still sitting at support. We're still waiting for the buyers to come in. Right now, the buyers are sort of, testing the waters a little bit today, and then they pulled back. So I say still a viable setup, but we're still waiting for a viable trigger. We need the trigger. Okay. I did want to go through. Yeah, I mean, even now as we look, just not quite what I'd want it to be. 37.25 maybe. Today's highs. Maybe a little, maybe if it got back to the high. Yeah, up in here right now, it's a little more iffy. Uh, yeah, we may still want to play with it and take it through an analysis. Okay. All right. Let's yeah, let's run it. Let's kind of play with these numbers a little bit and see where they would put us. Give me 1 second while I set it up. Over here. ASX. Okay. I'm not going to put it in the template just yet. I'm going to play with it. I'm going to play with it over here. ASX. All right. 4850 is my target. Let's see if I can back up and see all that. There we go. 4850 target. We'll just kind of say 34.95 stop for now. For now. 34.95 stop. 48.50 for a target. I mean, even right there, you can kind of see uh uh there we go. Risking 200 to make 1100. So we're about I mean, that's a great reward to risk ratio. Very strong, very, very strong um reward to risk ratio on this, which is one of the reasons why I like it. We know the group is prone to surges. It's been in a little bit of a lull. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Let me know if anyone has any questions about what we're kind of thinking about, but that's what it looks like. And you might think, oh, we haven't had a, yeah, I agree. We haven't had big moves like these. They've all been kind of in these consolidations, but the leaders are starting to show these higher bump ups, and yeah, we see that surge again. We know how they can move. All right. Well, any other stocks, questions, comments, concerns? How's everybody feeling? Question number one. Is that how you wanted to feel? Question number two. Meaning, are you in control? Are you trading well right now despite whatever adverse conditions? Um, Mags. The Round Hill Magnificent Seven. Yeah, pretty sideways. I mean, it's trying. It surged off of the lows here, got up, pulling back. Now it's trying to make that bounce. If it can make that bounce, waiting for some trades to move. Kent said that makes sense. We're trying to be patient when we can be patient. Yeah, I love it. Right? Locus of control. What can control what you can control? We can't control the market. We can control risk. We can control trades to some extent, meaning what we're willing to stay in or not. We can try our best to control emotions, patience, things like that. That's the focus is to learn to recognize what you can control and focus on that. Ah, yes, there's still a bit of this, and you probably are looking to be wrapping this one up. Dino, if you're still in it, you've given it a good run. You might be tightening the stop on what's left so that if it does drop, it doesn't drop too much. But it's giving you plenty of time, plenty to think about. Um, you know. Okay. Okay, well, rest of the schedule tonight. Join us for some Q&A, some group coaching. If you can't make that, join us tomorrow morning. Um, Glenn will be on and will run us through the morning session. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Yeah, it looks all right. We started strong. We've eased back a little bit, but I would say that the prospect for alert 50-50, maybe even a little better. We'll see what happens. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you later tonight. If not tonight, I'll see you Thursday morning. As always, happy trading.